Right, well, hi everybody and welcome back to Lundy's Wild Camp stroke bushcraft. So, as you can see, I'm out on a solo and I'm heading up towards Redpath Farm area. There's a lake up there, camped there before, so I want to go there. And there's a nice little river on the map, so I want to go down and recce that, see what that area's like, and I might just stop there tonight if I find a decent area. So as you can see by the walking, I've made my backpack a lot smaller. It's got 10 kilograms in, so basically just my sleeping system, a few bits and pieces, and yeah, not too bad. What I'll do is, if I've got time when I get to my location, because I've got about 6 kilometers to walk, I'll set off at 3 o'clock. I'm not doing too bad now, like 20 minutes in, so I just keep on pounding the paces and keep going, burn off some calories, get rid of some belly, and see if I can do it. So anyway, my weapon consists of all my water, food. I brought 2 litres, and then on the side I have a small pocket, a small bottle of water, sorry, and that's just for when I'm walking. I could have come out with just 1 litre and that, but you know, I want to see what I'm like at walking a bit further with a little bit of weight. Obviously I've got 22 kilos on my back altogether, so it's not too bad. It's a lot less than what I've been carrying. I've been carrying like 32s and 34 kilos into the woods lately, so that's a dramatic drop for me. Excuse the screen's going a bit dark there. As you can see, I've never been up this way for a long time, but there must have been a lot of carnage here. Still a few trees hanging over the road, and as you can see on the other side there as well. So yeah, so we'll see what it's like up this area. But in any rate, you that know the area, I'll know exactly where I'm going and the route I'm taking. All right, sorry for the sniffly nose. Kind of tell a bit like just got a snotty nose today. Bit of hard graft last night at work, and I spent quite a lot of time in my freezer back up, which is like minus 24, I think it is. We don't get provided with a fresh gear, so I just can't wear a t-shirt and that on me, like, but every 10 minutes I'll pop out. But anyway, that's a bit of useless information for you, but that's why I've got a sniffly nose this morning. All right, so I finished work at 7 o'clock, got up at 12, up here for 3, and we'll see how it goes. But we're just coming into the open now, and there's the farm just down the bottom. Obviously I don't think this camera will pick it up, but it's a beautiful little site, that. And I tell you what, I wish I had the money to do it up, because that's somewhere I would love to live. It's a perfect little area. But look at this, it's a beautiful, glorious day, and I'm going to enjoy it. It's going to get dark about 8:30 to 8:45, so I've got plenty of time. So anyway, I'll stop waffling and I'll bring us back and forwards on my walk in, get as much nice shots as possible, and I'll see you when I stop for a water break properly. Right, well, we're just heading around the corner to the farm, and yeah, last time I was up here, all this hillside, I'll just turn you back around, all this hillside and this little bit of the valley here was all just full of woodland, and yeah, it's all been taken down. Obviously, I'm not sure if it's because of all the damage off the storms and they've just decided to clear it in any rate, but you've got a gate just here, there's a path goes up here. I'm just going to go and have a walk around up there, okay, just for interest. And there's a nice stream there as well, just inside the bottom there. Don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but obviously that follows the valley all the way around, and that's where I'll be getting my water source if I'm going to camp down this area. But as you can see, there's the farm up there, beautiful location, like. And this here, this valley, and goes all the way up and around up to the left hand side, and that takes you all the way up towards like Gunner Box and that. It's a beautiful place. I've seen 2 people all the way so far. I've been walking now for 35 minutes, 35 minutes. So yeah, a glorious day, Saturday as well. Not a person in sight, just the way I like it. So anyway, let's go for a little venture up around here and see what it's like. Right, well, I've been walking along here for a little bit and it's quite boggy, and as you can see, the stream's just down the back end there, and you can see where all the water build up in that is. But we're starting to head towards trees now. I've just looked at the map there on my phone, on my route, and this actually swings right the way around and back onto the route that I need to take in any weight. So that's happy days. Like, it's I don't have to double back on myself, and it's a little bit of an adventure, isn't it? So it's just a nice trip over there. But you can see the forest's being totally taken down, like. But if I find a camping spot over here next to the river, I'll not have to do much foraging for the firebox tonight. So yeah, I brought a firebox out with us tonight. I'm just going to step over this little bit here, and yeah, just in case where I go is not suitable to have a fire, like. And yeah, I was kindly given it by one of my neighbours, Kenneth, so I'll show you that later on. But I'm just going to... Well, as you can see, there's a lot of tree damage down here, like. Oh, a lot of bits and pieces everywhere. So it's not looking good for a night out. I'm just hoping my other location is okay. But yeah. So this would have been all enclosed, this track, but obviously due to the storms and everything, they've chopped it all down, and they've left loads of carnage on this route. Like, this is a public right of way, like, and it's like a bloody assault course, but it's doable. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I'll stop down here. There's too many dodgy things going on with trees. So let's move out of here, and I'll bring you back when I get back on the main track. Alright, just come across this sign here. It's St Oswald's Way. Sorry, I've been saying St Cuthbert's Way. Bloody numpty. St Oswald's Way. Right then, I thought I would just take advantage of this nice little wall as a seat and take a little bit of time out. Yeah, that was a canny little walk around there. It's not very far, to be quite honest, but yeah, it was nice, but it's a bit treacherous. And just at the back of this, it's proper carnage down there, like. But yeah, the forestry have marked out with little sticks and bits for the track, so that's very good of them. I think it just heads up there and then back onto the main track, onto the main pathways. So all I'm going to do is, I'm just going to get some water down my neck. I always carry this little smart water bottle for to, what do you call it, to drink on me walks, like. Oh. But yeah, not doing too bad so far. Let's have a quick look at my map. I'll tell you what, I didn't realise I had my phone in there. I could have lost that. It was down the back of me pack and not in my thingy. That is just crazy. Don't know why I done that. But yeah, I've got 2.66 kilometres left to go. So I'm not that far now. I think I'm only about 200-300 metres away from the main track again. Yeah, so out for a solo night, and different area, different type of camp. Can't keep going back to the bushcraft camp every week because I'll get bored with it, and so will you. So I just fancied I'm going to be out by myself, do something different. I've just had a message there from the 12 Sagittarius. He's noticed my car in the area, so he's asked us whereabouts I'm camping. He's way to Hayes Camp. Hayes Camp's in the same location as Harwood Blades, who you'll see on the video coming up this Sunday, tomorrow. So tomorrow I think I might pop into the camp again, go and see the lads. But anyway, yeah, this is a lovely little area. It's lovely and peaceful, but just too much carnage for me. Like, it looks more unsafe than what it does at my old camp. But anyway, I think I've waffled quite enough already in the video, and I'm just going to get a few more fluids. I've got a chocky bar there as well. I'm going to get that down my neck, and then I'm going to get back on the go again. So it's 4 o'clock, so I've got plenty of time to find a location, get a little bit of firewood for tonight. Don't need the fire on till late in any rate. So I'm going to put this where it belongs, in there. And let's have a quick look down at the bottom of the valley here. And as you can see, well, I think you can see it. If you look down there, you'll see the carnage. It is unreal. But I can see the stream just down there as well, so that would have been a perfect place for a camp. But obviously, nature has took over it. And as you can see, this is the path. I don't know what this wall's off. I haven't done any research in the area. But yeah, it just follows down there. You can see the guidepost down there, and then it just wangs off to the right, back onto the path. And I think the farm's just over that direction. So, on the walk back tomorrow, we'll have a quick look at the farm, and I'll see if I can get some research done on it on my phone if I've got a signal, and put a little bit of information up on the screen about it, because it's a beautiful old building, and it's just a pity that it's going to cost too much to renovate. So, and anyway, enough waffle. See you in a bit. Right, well, I've got about 200-300 metres to go. that's the woodland that I'm going to. Excuse the snotty nose. The last bit's absolutely hammered as like, it's a little bit uphill, and it's hard going on this ground. Most of my journey's been on this, like, so it's pounding my feet. But as you can see, I'm blessed with a beautiful little view there. Got the pond on the left hand side. I wouldn't say it was a lake, it's too little. And then over the back end there, you've got the top end of Harwood Forest, and just down the bottom there, in between that little gap between the trees and the valley, there's another farm there. I think there was a lady that used to live there who used to be a famous sheep herder, like. Excuse me, I've got a drippy nose, my apologies. But yeah, I'm hanging now, like. But I tell you what, this pack, having most of the weight in me webbing and only having 10 kilos on me Bergen, it's been a comfortable ride all the way up, like. But I am hanging now, like, I'm sweating. So, but enough of them looking at me. Look at that, beautiful. So that's some water supply in case I run out, which I probably will. And I'm going to be heading into this woods, and I can already see there's a lot of damage. So we'll head further back over and see what it's like, see if I can find a safe spot. If not, I'll have to backtrack about 2.5 km to where St Oswald's Way was. And as I come in the valley-way, I don't know if I put a shot of it on, there was like a bit of open area. I could easily get a couple of poles and just hunker down there, make a bit of a tarp or something. But we'll have a look in here, and anyway, hopefully it's not too bad. And actually looking, it doesn't look that bad. It just looks about the same as what it was. But we're on highish ground here. We've got some birds swimming in the water there. I don't know what they are, they can kind of see from here. Probably little ducks. But yeah, this is me entrance in. This is where I brought Rick T outdoors with me and Rooney on his first visit up to the Northumbrian countryside. So right, I'm going to get myself in there. I'm not going to bring you in for the walk. Well, actually, let's have a quick look and see. Let's assess the damage first, because if it's too bad, I won't be camping here. I'll let them move on to somewhere else. And yeah, it's looking like carnage, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be camping in here. So I think what I'll do is I'll just stash my Bergen up here somewhere and head on in with me, just my chest rig on and my webbing. Or, well, there again, I'll drop the webbing as well and go and do a bit of a recce, like, because it's looking a bit dodgy, like. I thought it might would have been up on a high area. Got to put safety first at all times, especially up here. So that's what I'm going to do, like. So I'm going to find a nice area marked and dump my kit, and then head further up the top end and see if I can find something. Rooney will be impressed that I'm dumping my kit, because I hate leaving it lying around, like. But I need to get my shoulders and my body relaxed for a bit. So I'll see you in a while. Right, well, as you can see, it's just proper carnage. I haven't even walked 50 metres into the place, and it's just too much, like. I cannot risk it. There's limbs hanging off the tops of trees. There's all sorts. There's trees leaning over, smashed up, everything. I think I might have to head back over and head into a bit of open area. I'll have a look a little bit further down here, because I know there's a couple of areas down there, but it's a bit boggy, like. What to do. I've enjoyed the walk, but it looks like I've got about another 2 km to walk now to get back to where I was, and just sleep in the open, like, and possibly not have a fire at all. We'll see. So it's got a water source where I'm going to head to in any way, so we'll see what the lay of the land is. but I think I'm going to have to sit and think about for a while. There's a couple of little patches in here what look all right, but then I just don't know the safety of the trees up here because it is on high ground. So in any rate, I'm going to stop waffling. I'll make an executive decision when I'm sat out there in the open, get some more fluids down my neck, see if I've got something to munch on, and then I'll speak to you later on. It's looking like it could be a fail for this area. Right then, let's just wipe my screen, sorry about this. Right then, so I've had a good walk around in there and it's just too dangerous. I know if I walk further that way, about 1.5 miles, 2 miles, I could reach an area that could possibly be okay, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to make the executive decision now. I'm going to head back rather than head forward, and I'm going to head back to the valley. It's open, there's no trees, there's a woodland at the top end, so I could easily nip into there, make some poles to put a tarp up, and then get some little bits of wood from my firebox and just chill out on the bank next to the river as best I can, or in the actual bit of woodland that I walked through after coming across the last stile. I can have a look in there, I suppose. I think it looked all right. So, and anyway, I've had my fluids, I've had a little snack, so I've got about 1.5 k's, 2 k's to walk. It's now 5 o'clock, so I need to get me pack on and get the hell out of Dodge, because that would be dodgy in there, and I'm not prepared to put myself at risk just to make a video. All right, so I'll see yous. I'm not going to bring yous back now until I get to the location where I'm going to set up. All right, because I need to get my head down, and stick with it, everyone. It's a pity I couldn't stay here, because the sunset and the sunrise around this area is absolutely beautiful with the backdrop of the lake. And I normally get a nice lovely sunrise coming there. But yeah, and anyway, enough waffling. See you later. It's been an eventful day. Right, hi everybody. Well, I'm having an absolute nightmare. It's now 5 to 6 at night. I've been yomping for ages. The area where I thought I could camp was absolutely a nightmare. There was loads of sheep and little lambs on the area, and I could see the farmers building from where I was going to sleep. So I've had to move on. I went into the woodland, but it's just too narrow. If I was to sit there at the night with lights on and fire on, I'd be seen by the track. So I'm going to have to think about making an executive decision to jump back all the way to the car. Now I know that Mickey from 12 Sagittarius is out. I don't know who's there with him, but his area's got a place where I could easily set up. Plus then I'll be out camping with other fellow YouTubers and have a bit of banter tonight. It's not what I planned. I planned to have a solo, but yeah, I'm seriously thinking, do I just hire in the extra miles and get back? Because obviously I've done about 6.5 k to get to my first location. And then I've been walking for the last couple of hours, and I've been darting in and out of woodlands and everything. And as you can see, the back end of there is the track that I brought all the way around. This takes us down to the farm area, this track. I was contemplating on sleeping down there, but there's too many dodgy trees. So I've doubled back again, come back onto this track, and I tell you what, I feel so sweaty and so knackered, it's unreal. And then I've still got to find somewhere to sleep, and it's just carnage up here all over the place. So I think I might bite the bullet, stop at the farm, get a proper brew, phone Mick up and ask him if it's okay if I come down to his camp area. I know where it is, like, it's still a fair little walk, but the madness in it is there'll be a fire there. I might have to help cut a little bit of wood when I get there, like, 'cause that's the way I am. But I know there's a couple of nice little flat spots where I can hire tarp up and just hire like a plough figuration or something or whatever up, and that's it, like. So I think what I'll do is I'll get down to the bottom of this dip up here and I'll get a brew and I'll phone Mick. I think I'm going to bite the bullet and just yomp back all the way back to the car and then head off to Mick's location. But at least there's one thing, I've been blessed with some nice weather. There's a nice breeze and yeah, I'm definitely getting some exercise today. But it's all this hard surface. Yeah, it's great for walking on when you're in shitty areas like this, but enough pounds your feet, like, and mine are getting sore and sweaty. So I can see the farm from here, so I'll get there, I'll get myself a brew and I'll have a quick look around this area actually, see if there's somewhere where I can kip here first. If not, I'll definitely be making that phone call. And is it a fail or is it just an adventure? I'm not really sure. I've waffled loads on this. This video is going to be about 20 million years long, but in any rate, some nice scenery. They've chopped down trees, loads of bees around, so that's good. But yeah, I can see the gate over there where I walked through, and then round the back of there in the little valley. And I stopped roughly about there where the trees are at the back distance, where I sat down and got myself a drink and a chocolate bar and that. Oh yeah, right, stop waffling, I'll see you in a bit. Right, well, there's another couple of Ks done, and yeah, spoke to Mick. Mick's more than happy for us to tag on with him and his pal at his camp. So I just need to mark up a quick route to get to his location from where I am. Obviously I'll not do no more videoing from now. I'll just see you when I get to Mick's camp. So that's a 12 Sagittarius, and his mucker Trevor's there. Never met Trevor before, like, so it's always good to meet new people. But yeah, tell you what, I need to do some exercise, because by the time I get roughly to where I need to be, it's going to be about 14-15k, carrying 22 kilos. I tell you what, I will sleep like a bear in the night. That Jack Daniels won't that Jack Daniels won't touch the size when I get to camp, like, and get set up. So I'll probably be having an early night, like. I've only had 3 hours kip this morning before coming out, and then doing this yomp. Oh, Jesus Christ, I must be crazy. Once upon a time I would have just dossed down on the side of the road, me, like, but I don't know, it's just, I just wasn't happy with the areas where I was going. I thought that open area with a little stream down the bottom would have been ideal, just to hire a bivvy bag on the floor, get a pole, put me bug net up, and that would have been happy days, like. But as soon as I seen all the lamb, the sheep, and they started walking over towards it, I was like, can't be kipping here, like. Farm, I'll be around in the morning to check on them, and it might be a bit of private land, just a public right of way to get through it, like. So in any rate, I'm going to switch off, and I'll see you hopefully in about an hour or so. All right. Oh, right, I'm hanging. See you later. Right, hi everybody. Well, I finally made it to Mick's camp, and it's also the same camp where Lincoln, who you'll see on the previous video, his camp. Mick says it'd be alright for us to stay in his shelter, so Lincoln, I hope you don't mind, mate. But yeah, the lads have been busy collecting loads of wood and all that. I'm going to be feeling dead guilty if I didn't get any, so I'll have to get quickly set up. So tonight I'm going to be sleeping in this shelter instead of on the ground. So Lincoln, I'll let you know how comfy it is, mate. But this is where I'll be stopping the night. So Mick's camp is just through there, him and Trev. So what I'll do is I'll just get quickly set up. I'll not bring you along for it because I just need to get cracking. Time is getting on now. Like, let's have a look at the time. It's now 7:05 at night, so I've got about an hour and a half before dark. I need to get some wood on the go to make me bits for them, like, and I can't just come and just hug all the firework and firewood work and things. So anyway, I'll catch you in a bit when I'm set up. I'll give you a quick look. Right, well, that's me just about set up. I've went and forgot a few things, like me connector for me main light, all sorts of things. Me head torch just where I carry a spare in me chest rig, like. But yeah, that's me bed setup. It's the same setup as what I use at my camp, except Lincoln's got a better table, like. I forgot a can of Coke, so I'm going to have a very strong Jack Daniels, or just drink one tonight, which I think I might just drink the one, to be quite honest. I'm not really in the mood for drinking, to be honest. I'm absolutely knackered. So at any rate, I'm going to nip over and see the lads, and then see if I can use a fire to cook some food on later. But I'm going to get an alcoholic drink to me neck. I'll take a few bits of ours, and I'll introduce you to the lads, like. So I think they've got a fire going now. Sun's going down, like. We've got about another hour of light, I think. So I'll just see us when I get over there then. Right, so I've come over to Trev and Kev. I've come over to the Trev and Kev's little hideaway area. Mick's on a search for a little remote control about the size of his thumb, so he's got no chance of finding that, like. But Mick's got his little fire on the go there, and this is his area. It looks a bit like what Rooney's area looks like. A real mess. But I better not be cheeky to the horse, because he'll kick us off his sight. How much is it a night, Mick? 50 quid a night. 50 quid a night. Oh, that's cheaper than half the price, that, like. So I've never met Trev before, like, so he's kindly said there's a chair somewhere for us, like, so that's happy days. So I'll not be sitting on the floor, and I'm going to get a Jack Daniels. I'm starving as well, like, because I've had now to eat since 12 o'clock when I got up for my breakfast, like. So I'll probably get a steak on the go later on, like. But I've got my traditional Jack Daniels, but I've made a boo-boo and I've only brought one can of Coke out, so I'll either be drinking a very strong Jack Daniels and Coke, or a neat one as well. So this is a mixed setup in any rate. So he's got a little bit of a lean-to shelter going on here. And is that a footrest for you? Can you not touch the floor, like, Mick?
Just when it's muddy, you know.
All right, aye, it does help, like, doesn't it? And Trev's in a little. He made a little shelter over here, look at. So he's ground dwelling, like.
Not really.
Oh, he's nice. Oh, he's got a bloody camp cot and everything. Hey, these two didn't slum it like by halves. They didn't slum it by halves. They've got big air beds to sit on and all sorts of these things. But they've been collecting some wood. I feel a bit guilty, like, because that's normally my job when I'm at camp, because Rooney normally sits pretending to prep food and things like that, like. But a nice little fire. It's not really cold though, is it?
No.
So it's quite warm today.
Not for the midges.
Aye. I was getting eaten alive at one point, me up the top. But I've had a bit of a nightmare the day. So about 14 k's altogether I've walked. With 22 kilos on my back, so that's not massive heavy weight compared to what I normally do. And Mick had already messages saying that he had seen me car, like. So I've ended up coming up to Mick's camp for the night. So we'll see how it goes. I might do a little bit more videoing, I might not do a lot. I'll just see how things go. So I might just want to chill out the night, like, to be honest, after today. Alright, so I'll bring us back later on and see what's going on, Well, as you can see, it's getting dark now. I haven't got a clue what time it is. Me and the boys have just been sitting yapping and talking about all sorts of stuff. But Mick's got the Christmas decorations up early, look. So we've been having a good chat, like, and time's getting on a bit. So I've just been back over to get me jackets and that on, because it's getting a bit chilly, like. And I've brought me steak and me tatties and that over, so I'm going to be cooking on. Right, well, it's time to get some scran on the go. So I've got me tatties that are already cooked, and I've just hid some of that seasoning on that I normally use all the time. I can't remember the name of it now, like. And I've just got a cheapo steak from Asda, and some steak salt, what do you call it, seasoning on. So I've staying that in there, nice and slowly. And what are you in, Kev?
Trevor.
A curry, a huge, humongous portion of curry, enough to feed a small village, as Rooney would say. And Mick, I think Mick's going to be eating about 3 o'clock in the morning, aren't you? Yeah. He's a late night cooker, him, like. I don't even know what time it is. So just been sitting talking. Turn that. Yeah, we've just been sitting talking loads about everything and anything, so apologies for lack of footage, but I'm having steak and tatties, that's it. I've got half a drink left, and I'll probably be getting my head down soon, so I'm not going to do any more video in the night, and I'll catch you in the morning. I'm going to do a little project for the camp where I'm staying tomorrow, and I'll bring you along for that, and I'll see you in the morning for breakfast. Alright, see you later. See you, good night everyone.
Good night. Good night, folks. Right, well, good morning everybody. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and sorry I didn't do much footage last night. Just didn't feel like recording, to be quite honest. Sat out with the lads till about 1 o'clock this morning, talking away and that, and just having a laugh really, and talking about loads of different things. So it wasn't much action at all, like, it was just basically I cooked a steak, some potatoes, ate that, and had one drink. That was it all night. So yeah, it's a very cold area, this, because it's a little bit low in a valley, but yeah, hence why I've got my jacket on still. Just having my hand outside of the sleeping bag now, I can feel the cold, like. But anyway, my battery's going to die. I'm going to get my eyes woke up a bit, and I'll get myself dressed and get some breakfast on the go, like. So I'll see you in a bit. As you can see, it's a cold morning. It is bloody cold, like. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit when I get woke up properly. Right then, so there we have it then. There's me breakfast, nice and easy, porridge, cup of tea. Stove was a little bit dodgy again this morning. Gas canister was left out in the bag, so it was freezing cold. And it's a cold morning this morning. I don't know why, like, but I think it's because we're in a bit of a dip as well, like. But yeah, got me traditional porridge. I'm gonna sit and eat this, have me cup of tea, and then I'll get myself sorted out, get most of my stuff packed away. I'm thinking about having a walk up the camp later on, drop off some supplies of water, and yeah, I'll see how I feel though, because my legs are a little bit sore this morning after yesterday's yomp. It was grueling that, like, but it is what it is. could have cut out a lot of miles if I had just knew Mick was here and come camping with him here, like, but you know, things are set to test us, things change at a drop of a hat, and it was an opportunity to get out and have a night out with two lads I've never camped out with before. So anyway, I'm going to stop waffling because I think there's quite a lot of it in this video, and I'm going to get me breakfast and I'll bring you back later on. I've got a little project I'm thinking about doing for Lincoln, so it'll help him out get to his camp a little bit, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll bring us back later on. Right then, so the lads are up. So what I'm going to do now is, I've already cut down a tree since they've been up, ready to get prepped to start making the bridge for Lincoln to get across to his shelter easy. I just thought I'll pay something back, I'll do a little task and get a job done for him, and hopefully he's happy with that. Like, if he's not, he can always take it down and burn it. But I think it'll make his life a lot easier, and I'm sure Lincoln will agree as well. So what you've got is on the far side where the walk in, it's a little bit of a slope, it's getting a bit slippy like, and it's starting to decay a bit, so getting down to there where you're berging on's a bit of a nightmare, and then jumping over onto this bit, which is quite a steep slope, and it's quite slippy, and in the wet season it's going to be even worse. So what I've done is, I've got a bit of dead standing, got that, took all the branches off it, and that's now my measuring stick. So that's the full length of the sticks that I need to make the bridge. So all I need to do now is, I'll go and cut them to size, bring them down, trim them off, and then we'll get them put into place, and I'll try and bring you along as much as I can. Okay then, so sorry I've never brought you along for cutting the wood and that, but it's just bog standard cutting wood, getting it sorted. So that's it there, that's free on. I think if I get another slat that'll be wide enough. Once I brace it together, you'll be able to walk over that no bother at all, like, and it'll be ideal for getting across the stream. So I've wedged it up with a bit of wood underneath. So all I'm going to do is get some cordage out, I'll tie that off with a prusik knot, and then I'll do exactly the same on the other side. It's nice and level. I've cut off as many of the trip hazards as I can. I've got a few more over that side to do because I've never been on that side of the stream yet. And then what I've got here is the top parts of the trees. So what I'll do is I'll make 4 stakes, and I'll stake it into the ground as well so it doesn't slide. Oh, happy days, like. Tell you what, like, I'm getting sweatier than a sweaty thing on a sweatshop. So, but I think one more slat should do it, like, to be quite honest. I'll see what it's like with a free first though, because time's are ticking. It's 9:30. I'm already packed up, like, but I want to do another video before I leave this nice location, and then I'm going to head back to the car, drive to another location, park up, and I'm going to walk into my camp and drop off loads of water, because I haven't got the luxury of a water source like this. They're blessed, like, but I tell you what, the water drags in the midges, because I've been getting bit to bits this morning. But yeah, I'm going to get some fluids, I'll get that tied up, I'll get the stakes done, put them in, and I'll bring you back and show you it working. Payment paid back for use of someone's shelter. Right then, so that's the bridge done. As you can see, it's much easier to get across the river. Obviously you still got to be aware that you could trip on it, alright, that's it there. And as you can see, I've tied a prusik knot around the poles to keep them there, and then I've put pegs on each side as well. Alright, and as we walk across, just obviously just take your time, but it's better than jumping across the river, the stream, sorry, with your pack on your back. Much easier, much safer. To be quite honest, I think another two slats, a larger one on the outer side on the right there, and another thin one in the middle, and that would be a perfect. Because I know Mick was just saying there that Lincoln comes here with his kids as well, and it'll be even easier for the kids to get across the stream. So I've done a good deed for the day, and I feel happy about that. So anyway, I've still got the little bits left over from the tops of the trees that I cut down. That was something I found in the trees. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to cut them up, process it all up for them, leave them a bit of firewood as well. Alright,
I think this is something that people should do if they find people's shelters and things. Obviously I got invited to stop here last night by Mick, but if I come across it and I found it and I used it, this is exactly the sort of thing I would do. And I think it's good to pay something back to the people that spent the time and effort to put shelters up. And Lincoln, yeah, your bed was comfy, mate. It's a bit bibbly bobbly, but once you got your bed on there, it's spotty dog like. So Lincoln, I hope you enjoy your bridge and have many trolls coming underneath it to give you frights. But I'm going to get some fluids, get this wood prepped, and then I'll pop over and see the lads. I've been speaking to Trev and that this morning, and Mick came over, and I thought I found a nugget of fat wood, but it wasn't. It was the same as what I found up at the camp. And he says, "Oh, you not got any fat wood, like, Jimmy?" I was like, "No." He says, "I need to go on the hunt for some." He says, "Oh, I've got loads, like, here's some for you." So I've just went and scored for a cushy pile, and it smells absolutely delicious as well. So might have to do some proper bushcraft fires instead of using me twisty things. But yeah, lovely proper fat wood found in the woods, not purchased from websites and things. I just couldn't justify buying fat wood off a site like. But I'm very happy to be privileged to being given a nice bundle of it that'll last as age as that. Like, I'll give Rooney a couple of bits like as well. But anyway, I'm going to stop waffling, get some fluid, process the wood, get myself sorted. I'll nip over and see the boys there getting bruised and packing up and that, and then I'll be shooting off, drive to another location, and then I'll be walking in with a load of water to drop off at my camp. And just because I've got time to do it, my legs feel all right actually. So anyway, I'm going back into waffle mode, so I'll see you when I'm all done and dusted and tidied up. See you in a bit. All packed and ready to go, as you can see, all my packs on my backs and that, on my backs. Anyway, yeah, I had a cracking night last night. Good bit of banter with Trevor and Mick. I'll pop over and see them in a minute and see it raw on camera. But yeah, what I've done is I've prepped a bit of wood and that, a little bit of extra firewood for Lincoln. Sorry there, I got my breath out of breath there. For Lincoln, and some little bits of stuff to get him started. A couple of poles, and then there's some bits on the ground over there as well. Obviously the bridge is all done, so yeah, yesterday was a bit of a nightmare with the walking, but it was doable. I just didn't like the area up the top, so I started heading back, and then obviously I knew Mick was here, so I gave him a bell. Said, "Aye, no bother, come and stop here, mate." So I done about 14 k's yesterday, 22 kilos on my back. By the time I got here, like, I was proper hanging out my arse, like. But it's all an experience, isn't it? And we live to experience things and learn by our mistakes. Not that it was a mistake, like, I just didn't like the area. It was too dangerous, and the other area I wanted to go into was full of sheep. So, and anyway, as I head over the bridge with all my gear on, and hopefully I don't fall. That's much easier than jumping across, like. But yeah, bridge will hold up well. It's not knee rotten wood or anything. Possibly I would definitely put on another slat at least, in any rate. But I'm going to walk over and go and see the boys. I think they're just about packed up now in any rate. So I'll possibly already packed up and gone. No, they'll not be gone, like, but I think they might be hiking out with some of their gear. I'll just put those on pause until I find them. Right then, so I'm over at Mick and Trevor's area, and just to say a big thank you, lads, for inviting us to spend the night after me lovely walk yesterday. It was absolutely fantastic. So you can see the lads are getting packed up. Trevor's already packed, like. You must be like me and Rooney. I was waiting on him to get sorted. I was waiting for Rooney, mate. It's a nightmare.
He's normally still asleep, to be fair, like.
I was quite surprised when he's got up early, like. So happy days. But cracking night out. Good bit of talking last night. Didn't do much videoing, to be quite honest. But yeah, go and check out Mick's channel, 12 Sagittarius. I think Trevor's got a channel as well, but hasn't put anything out for quite a while. Well, Mick hasn't either, like. Needs to get his arse in gear. What's your channel called?
Cod Hunter Zero.
Code
Cod Hunter.
Cod
Zero.
Hunter 0.
As in fishing.
Fishing. Oh well, if you're into your fishing channels,
There's no fishing on it.
go and check it out. But there's no fishing on it, so it just doesn't make sense to me. Like I think it's been hit on the head with a couple of trees. But anyway, I'd just like to say a big thank you very much to everybody for watching. It's probably been a long video. I'll try and cut out as much crap as I can. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next time. Ta-ra. Right, well, hi everybody. After yesterday's nightmare of a massive walk of 14k, I've decided it would be a good idea. I filled my webbing up and I filled my little 9 patrol pack up full of water. God knows how much weight I've got on my back. But I've decided it'd be a good idea to walk up to camp. So, and drop some water off. It's a lovely day. I'm up here. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. Well, 5 to 11. So, I thought I'd see how my legs hold up. I'm not going to bring you along for the walk in. I'll let you know how I do when I get to camp. I'll probably be resting up for about an hour. Have some fluids and that. I think I've got my brew kit with us as well. And then a walk back with nothing in my pack apart from my webbing. So it's going to be a nice easy walk back. But anyway, I'll stop waffling. It's just a little bit of interest. I'll see you in a bit. Glorious day. Blue skies. Right, well, this is the day after my night out. I've just left Mick and Trevor's camp and decided to pack my burden and my webbing full of water. And I've just walked up to camp. All that water there, so we've got like 3, 6, 7.5, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 12 litres of water there, plus a bottle of water for me to drink on the way back in my webbing. But obviously that'll just go into my day sack. So I use the Northern Ireland Patrol pack. So very comfortable. Yeah, I might have to try that next with some camping kit in and with my webbing, because it fitted really nice. So yeah,